Welcome to the Year 5 strategy for subtraction. In this lesson we're learning how to subtract numbers like this: 56 minus 37. Now this strategy looks a bit like the addition strategy because we are going to be changing one of these numbers to a tidy number, but we're not talking about piles of counters like we did in the addition strategy. Instead, I like to think about these numbers being on a number line. So let's imagine we've got 56 down here, and down here is 37. Now hopefully you'll remember from the Year 4 strategy that I said a good way to think about this is to imagine that this number line actually represents a row of houses. And on those houses we've got a policeman, and at one of the other houses we've got a robber. Now the robber is very cautious. He never wants to get any closer to the policeman than what he is now. So if he sees this policeman moving this way, he's going back one house. That robber knows that he also needs to move back one house. So you can see with subtraction, both of these numbers are doing the same thing. Both of them are getting smaller. Now if this policeman decides he's going to search some houses up this way, and maybe he goes up 2 more houses, the robber thinks to himself, oh, that's good news. I could move up here and I could rob another 2 more houses, because the gap is still the same. So you can see in this example, the same thing has happened to both of the numbers. They've both got bigger by 2. Right, let's go back to our original question, which was 56 minus 37. So we'll write it in again. 56 minus 37. Well, to make this question easier, I'm going to change 37 into a tidy number, and the closest tidy number to 37 is 40. So to do that, I've had to add 3. So in my mind, I'm imagining that the robber was at house 37 and he's now moved up 3 more houses up to house 40. Now the only reason he would have done that is if the policeman has also moved up 3 houses, because he wouldn't want to be getting any closer to that policeman. So 56 plus 3 is 59. And now we've got a much easier question to answer. 59 minus 40 is 19, which means the answer to 56 minus 37 must also be 19. Right, let's try another question. This time we'll do 48 minus 21. Well, in this example, I can see the closest number to 21, or closest tidy number to 21, is 20. And to get there, I have to subtract 1. So in my head, I'm imagining that the robber has gone 1 house further back down the street. Well, the only reason he would have done that would be if the policeman had also gone 1 house further back down the street. So now the policeman isn't at number 48, he is at number 47, because that robber is always trying to keep the distance between himself and the policeman the same. Again, I'm left with a much easier question. 47 minus 20 is 27, so the answer to 48 minus 21 is 27. Now you've probably noticed in both our examples I've always changed this number to the tidy number, not this one here. Well, let's have a look at why I've done that. If I go down to my hundreds board and I find 47, for me to subtract 20, all I have to do is go straight back up my hundreds board. You can see that my ones digit doesn't change at all, so it's really easy for me to do. So you see, by changing that second number to a tidy number, it means I'm only ever going to have to go back up my hundreds board. For example, if I'm at 43 and I have to take away 30, all I'm doing is going straight back up, and my ones digit isn't changing. So let's have a think about what the important things are to remember about these subtraction questions. Well, first of all, we're looking to change one of these numbers to a tidy number, and we've just said that it's always going to be easier if you change that second number to a tidy number. And the second important thing to remember is that in subtraction, we're doing the same to both sides. So in this example, this side got one smaller, so this side had to get one smaller. If in one question this side got 2 bigger, then this side over here would have to get 2 bigger. And the reason that happens is because the robber is always trying to keep that same distance from the policeman. You can find the activity sheet that goes with this lesson in the Teacher Tools Addition and Subtraction book from the White Book collection.